So we're at Longitude day one, and I'm joined by Vinny and Dave from Django Django. Welcome.
Hi there.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm very well. So you came down from Derry anyway though today with mum and dad?
Yeah.
So they're upstairs enjoying the refreshments.
Yeah, probably the only person that was driven here by their mother and father in the back seat. Still like you're 8 years old. But yeah, it was good.
Very rock and roll,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
So we were talking about it there. I know that you said you were playing Lisbon. Was that last week?
Yeah.
And
Sunday, yeah.
how was that over there?
Yeah, it was brilliant. Really good. Audience were like, I think it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. And Spain and Portugal, they do their festivals properly to like 6 in the morning. So you've got to get up out of bed almost at like 2 o'clock to go and see Blur playing at like 3 or something like that. But
I'd say it's kind of nice and cool at that hour of the night as well, is it? Or
Yeah.
imagine there's probably a few walking casualties at that hour, I would imagine.
They take them. They don't do as we do. They kind of pace themselves and have a wee glass.
What's
of
that?
wine. What is that word?
Yeah.
So I know, like, the album obviously came out last January, and just the response from when it came out, just because I don't think anyone had heard anything like it before. I mean, I would find it difficult to describe your music to anyone. How do you kind of describe it? Because there is a kind of a dance element to it as well, as it kind of being like indie and rock and everything. What do you have your own kind of interpretation of it?
I think I've certainly given up trying to describe it because it's just, as you say, it's just such a mishmash. I came from a dance background, so it has the production sensibilities of a dance record, but then it's got sort of surf and rock and roll and loads of stuff mixed in there. So it's impossible to bother.
And you actually produced the record as well, didn't
Yes,
you?
yeah.
Which is unusual sometimes for bands, isn't it? They normally kind of have someone from outside. Were you kind of? Did you feel confident enough to do it, or were you?
Yeah,
did you feel a bit of extra pressure with that?
No, there was no pressure because we didn't have a record deal or any. We had jobs and we were doing it for the fun of doing it. So we would play the tracks to our friends, but that was about it. We didn't have a record label saying go in with this big producer. It was do it on our own or not at all, really, because there was kind of nowhere.
You're getting burnt there, are you?
I got burned yesterday on the back of
Burnt
my
and
arm,
bitten.
so
Hold that arm in.
Yeah, exactly.
So, if that was the first album where there wasn't kind of as much pressure. Will you have a record label on your back for the second one, or will you be allowed to kind of do it in the same process?
It's really up to us. They leave it up to us. So
That's nice.
We're not the kind of band that needs telling what to do or direction. We've got enough ideas and enough I guess by now we've done enough, had enough under our belts to move on. So
and is there plans anyway for the second album insofar as will it be somewhat similar, or what? Have you got ideas in mind already, or have you started working on anything?
I think we've been kind of going since last January. We had like a month and a half off. So I think we're going to finish in September, and then I think that's kind of when we're going to be able to crack into it. Yeah, looking forward to it.
It should be great just to get back in. It's just such an amazing response from the first one, certainly. And we were talking there as well, Glastonbury. I know you had some issues with your microphone, but that must have been fantastic to play there.
Yeah.
Properly.
Yeah, we played, I think 2 or 3 years ago in a tiny TP tent. But this time we played on the park stage, which was pretty immense. And I think, it was totally brilliant. It was really amazing audience, just really, really up for a good time. And I think, it seemed to go really well.
It looks like I couldn't get it. I've never actually been to it. I've only seen it on the TV, but just the actual scale of it is really hard. Someone told me today that it takes 4 hours or something to walk from one end to the other. It must be just unbelievable there.
Yeah, it's like the size of Brighton or something, and it's like a small city or a big town. It's huge.
I just wonder how do people get how do you get back to your tent? I'm sure you weren't camping, but it just doesn't bear thinking about or finding your tent that hour of the morning. I remember
going there in in late 90s or something with my friends, and it was impossible. You'd spend, and it was before mobile phones as well, so if you lost anyone you were done, and it was impossible to find where you.
That's what I wondered, because someone had said to me that's why everyone carries these really big flags, but I don't know how true that is, because then there's so many flags. If everyone's got a flag, it's like, I'm the one with the flag.
Yeah.
The Union Jack, that's me down the back. So what's next for you guys anyway? I know you did a tour in the States. You played in Australia back in January,
Yeah.
so you're used to this weather, which we won't talk about. So what's kind of happening next? You've got obviously a load of festivals now on top of today and Glastonbury, of course.
No, we've done most of our festivals. We've only got 2 or 3 left.
And where the
so-
next ones? You're heading off to Berlin.
Berlin
next.
tomorrow for Melt Festival, and then 2 in Britain, Secret Garden Party and Beacons. And then we finish in Croatia, Unknown Festival in Croatia. And then that's us, really.
And then your folks won't be able to give you a lift either, no?
No, exactly. That's the end of the lift.
That's the end of the lift. Well, look, lads, it's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you, and I know you're on at 6 o'clock, so we won't keep you too long, but have a great set and enjoy the rest of the lovely weather.
Thank
Brilliant.
you.
Thanks very
Cheers.
much. Cheers now.